back with another video. Hold on, let me fix my mic stuff real quick. Fix this. Gosh darn it. That way I can hear myself. Okay. Holidays, well, they're not officially over because we got the new year coming up. The new year coming up, but we kicked it off with a little head start. I don't remember exactly what we talked about in the last video, but I know that we ended in a loss before Christmas break. We basically made back that loss last night. So I can kind of break this down for you guys. US 30 beginning of year, I'm looking to short. And the reason I'm looking to short is because we have had this massive, gigantic bull run that's been going on since the end of October. The US 30 has went up 17% almost, and there's got to be some give. Normally beginning of year there is some type of pullback. We can look at the beginning of last year and something similar occurred, and this I believe was also all-time highs, the previous all-time highs. So to me, it kind of seems like we're repeating the same cycle and the same pattern, except this time it's even worse because, I mean, this was a bit of a rally, but, I mean, this rally has just been massive. And we're going to have to, if this wants to go higher, once the rate cuts come in, I suspect the market will turn back bullish, but that won't be until March, I believe. So we have about 3 months that I'm predicting will be mainly bearish. Now, again, I'm kind of like giving my forecast. I'm going to be pretty focused on this just because I think there's such a good opportunity to catch a big move, and I'm excited for it. I'm definitely excited for it, but basically playing off of that, just so you know where my mind is at, why I'm thinking this, and why I wanted to short this, we can now get into the actual trade that I got into. So I was looking at this. This was somewhere around here. It was like at the very beginning of the trading session. Now, normally I wouldn't trade this on like a US 30, but I was pretty confident, so I took a short actually at this high. And I had my stop like somewhere right there. I wanted to see this low get taken out, and then I got stopped out. So we actually took a 1% loss right here. And then I said, well, okay, it's taking this high. It was building this little piece of liquidity right here. At this point, these were the all-time highs in this little rectangular box that I just drew. So this is the all-time high. Okay, we're at all-time highs. Cool. I'll give it another chance on the short. I ideally wanted to see it come and take out this low. We still haven't done it, and yeah, we still haven't done it, so it kind of blows. But I did end up taking my profits early, right about here. I made about 3.5% on one account, and I think the other I just made 2.5% or 3%. I can't remember, but so we well made up for the loss and for the losses last week. So now we're back to where we were at before, making this a great December. I wasn't going to trade, but I don't know, I just kind of hopped back into it because I was like, you know what? I feel good about this trade. I see a lot of things that I like. I like what's going on with the US30 because I am preparing to really, really short this thing come the new year. Especially first week, I'm interested to see how these job reports come out for NFP. So we'll probably come back around Tuesday, let Monday do its thing. I'm gonna try not to trade Friday, which is coming up. Today's Thursday. I'm making this video a little bit early, but my plan is to come back Tuesday, January 2nd, let Monday kind of play out a little bit, and then get prepared for Wednesday, which hopefully will support my bias of US30 going short. If we keep pushing higher, whatever, no problem, because I still have my methods of finding my shorts. So I don't see this pushing that much higher. I just don't see it. There's no, like, they have to build liquidity at this point in order to keep going higher, and there's no way people are gonna push this much higher. Like at max, I feel like 3,800 or 38,000, and even that, like right now we're at about 37,700, so that's about 300 points, which isn't anything crazy for the US30 to do in like literally a day. So I'm not saying that, you know, that can't happen. I mean, that one day right there was 584 points, you know, so there's definitely you know, big possibilities, but you just have to watch it and see what happens, I guess. And so this is kind of my plan for, you know, early 2024. I'm looking to make a nice little profit off of that, so we'll see what it does. I'm still gonna be watching. I love USDCNH. Sorry. Oh man, my allergies been acting up. This was a trade I was looking at. It was such a perfect entry, but it was on Wednesday, and I was like, I'm not supposed to be trading. But this would be a good short right up here, stop above here because the liquidity's low, and then man, it just completely tanked from there, which is crazy. But yeah, oh man, my allergies, sorry. But anyway, I love watching USDCNH. I don't know what it is about this pair, but I really like it. So a lot of shifts, in my opinion, coming in 2024, baby. A lot of shifts coming. So it's just stuff you have to be prepared for. I don't know how I feel about dollar yet. I was talking to my friend about it, and I was like, you know, they're gonna cut rates, but every other central bank is doing the same, so I don't know. We'll kind of see what happens, what plays out. But I'm also interested in oil. I don't know if I'm interested in oil like right now at this moment, but oil is an interesting case to me, I guess you could say, for multiple reasons. But yeah, anyway guys, I don't want to make this video too long. Make sure you have a strategy, trade your strategy, backtest your strategy. When you make trades, wins or losses, reflect, see what went right, what went wrong, and keep refining and improving. There's so many pieces to trading, in my opinion, and you gotta find stuff that fits for you. You start to customize and create something that's like really tailored to you. So there's no one size fits all in trading, that's for sure. And just because something is working for one person doesn't mean it will necessarily work for you. But and the reason I say that is because, you know, some people will have a strategy where it's like, hey, I'm a swing trader, I like to hold trades for multiple days. I'm okay with holding my trades for multiple days, and I have the patience, I have the discipline, and I trust in the strategy. Other people, if you try to give them a swing trading strategy, maybe they're an impatient person, and maybe they're like me, where they just like to take their profits, and then, you know, it doesn't mix or mesh well with their personality. So whenever you're making a strategy, tailor it to your personality. It's not to say that you can't change your personality. If something works better than what you're doing, then sure, you should try to change and improve yourself, but really find what works for you the best. Don't pay attention to like a bunch of other people on social media, especially a lot of these people that you know, I do it a bit, but like a lot of these people that show like making thousands and thousands of dollars with trading, because a lot of them don't show the losses. Like I showed you guys my losses last week, and it doesn't feel so good when you lose, and it affects your profit and loss statement a lot. So it's like, yeah, I was up 10k, but then I lost 4, so now I'm at 6, which is still amazing, don't get me wrong. But that type of stuff can happen all the time behind the scenes, and you don't necessarily see it. So be careful who you follow. Don't pay attention to the social media stuff. If you're in the trading space, just follow a few people that, you know, that you've been following for a while, that have like verifiable results, that is trusted in the community. You know, there are people out there. There's actually quite a few, but it's just don't get caught up in that. And then like also, you know, when you start comparing, like don't compare your step 1 to someone's step 10. So just take your journey as your journey, you know, and figure out your motherfucking strategy, because that's probably the most important thing when it comes to trading. A lot of people, if I was to have a conversation with them and they were trading and I said, hey man, that's awesome, you're in trading, blah blah blah, like what's your strategy? They would give me like a very generic answer. I feel like it wouldn't be anything that's like really clear cut, you know, like they probably have never like written it down, they probably never thought about it and fleshed out detail. And that's something you can do and have an edge over people. The entry to barrier in trading, forex trading, stock trading, a lot of times nowadays is very like, the barrier to entry is very low. So if you just come up with a plan and you can create something personal to you that you've proven works over time, and that's the thing, having some verifiable results, having an account that you built and you're profitable over a few months, that is a great start. That's enough to give you the confidence that you can roll it into something bigger and, you know, start trading other people's money, start using prop firms, invest bigger money, your own money, but you have to have some verifiable proof that, hey, what I was doing works. If I just keep doing this, it works. And as long as I don't change it and I keep refining it, making it better, reflecting on all these things, then eventually I will just be profitable over time. Now, it's not to say that you'll always be profitable because, again, like I said, most people don't show the losses in trading, which is a perfectly normal thing in your trading journey. And you're gonna hate it because we don't want to lose. We don't want to see the negative balances when you see those trades and it's like, man, I just lost. Especially if you're trading a bigger amount, but you're like, man, I just lost freaking, $2,000 today, or I lost $4,000 today. That fucking hurts your soul. That hurts your soul. But that is a part of trading. So there's so many aspects to creating a strategy, and I know I said I didn't want this to last too long, but I'm gonna wrap this up. But the components you need for your strategy: you need to have some fundamental base. You need to have risk management. My risk management is pretty much 1% per trade, and max that I'll allow myself to lose in a day is 2%. So basically 2 trades, I'll trade like 2 different pairs, or I'll just trade one, and if I get stopped out like on US 30, I'll say, okay, I'll give my trade one more chance if I see another opportunity. If that opportunity doesn't work out, then I'm just done for the day. So you need to have some type of risk profile and risk management that you have fleshed out that works for you. You need to have a technical aspect, of course. You need to know the technicals that will give you your confirmations and validations for entries. That can be so many things. There's so many different terminologies and methods and everything that I won't get into, but so many people use so many different things for that. The last part, or not the last, but the second to last part, I would say is psychological. Is your psychological and your emotional intelligence and awareness, because you have to be able to control your emotions, whether your trades are going well or they're going badly. So when you see a negative balance of negative $2,000, you're not freaking out. You might feel something here or there, but at the end of the day, I trust in my strategy, and that over time, even if I take this loss, I will be profitable and I will be okay. And that's something you build over time with the confidence of your strategy and being in trading for a while. The emotional part is something that you can manage by honestly not focusing too much on the trades, checking it every now and then, but not staying glued to the screen. And there's other techniques: meditation, breathing, or just going for a walk or doing something else and taking your mind off of it. Now, if it's something that becomes like really front and center, I guess, on your mind, where it's like something you can't shake, then maybe you close the trade and you come back another time when you're more stable. Your emotional and psychological can really, really, really destroy your trades. So it's one of the most important aspects. And these markets play off of that. They play off of our human nature. They play off your fear and greed. That's, when you see these candles pumping, going bullish, and you're like, oh my god, I just missed the move. I want to get in on the move. And then you get in on the move and you FOMO'd in, and then you're in a horrible position, and then they take you down into like a super big drawdown, and you're like, oh fuck, this is stupid. Then you get out the trade, and then it's like, oh psych, we're going back up again, ha ha ha. And then you're like, fuck, I feel stupid. I just fucking got out of the trade when I was right, blah blah blah. Like, these are the type of scenarios that can happen. just to give an example off the top of my head. Now, the final piece is your reflection. And that can come from your journaling. Maybe you start doing what I'm doing, where I make, these videos. And, these videos are like video journals to me. I watch these videos back. I see, what was I thinking? What did I do right? What did I do wrong? Did I follow my strategy? Even if I lost, did I follow my strategy? Did I win and follow my strategy? Reflection will tell you so much, because it will tell you if you're being on point or if you're fucking off. And it will tell you like, hey, you didn't follow your strategy this week, and that's why you took a massive loss. You didn't stay composed. You didn't see that you were super emotional that day, and you continued to trade and you took a loss because of it. Or, oh man, I didn't pay attention to this technical aspect. Oh man, I didn't even realize there was news today, and I didn't even pay attention to the fundamentals. Stuff that breaks down and you reflect on and you learn from, and then it becomes like a habit to where you're like, oh, no, well, I'm not going to do that again. You start to see the things that you shouldn't do, and you start to take them away, and you add on to the things that work and benefit your strategy and you being profitable. So that was way longer than I thought this video would go, but the very end, oh my god, just dropping straight fucking heat. So these are things that you have to absolutely think about, and watch the last 5 to 10 minutes of this video back, because there's so many gems just relating to the strategy part. Really sit down and think about what is your strategy, flesh it out in detail, and follow it to a T. Reflect, refine, and improve. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you got some value out of this. Peace.